Hello and welcome to Toyah At Home. What an incredible week it has been. It seems that Toyah and Robert are being accepted as a double act. I've actually spoken to The Guardian this week, which was an absolute joy and a beautiful experience. NME has featured us. I think that's probably for the first time I've been in the NME for about 35 years. So it's been a really wonderful, positive week. But this week also marks, the end of February also marks 12 months since I played live in front of an audience. And it looks like it's going to be a couple of months more. So that is slightly heartbreaking. We cannot wait to be playing for you. And you've got to remember, it's the venues, the lighting men, the electricians, the roadies, we all need to be out there working. So I just keep myself busy at this time doing the wonderful artwork. These are the love bees for Valentine's Day, and my goodness, you come up with some brilliantly inventive messages. I've loved it. Posh Pop. We now know the release period for Posh Pop. That might be announced at the end of this broadcast. So I want to show you where Fripp rehearses. This is a very old door down to the cellar. It's about 300 years old, and the light shows through the door, and Fripp disappears down there like Hello.
My wife is creeping up on me again.
No, I was about to say you disappear down there like Nosferatu.
Well, I wouldn't quite say that, but I do go down there to practice, especially since you're making such demands on me for Posh Pop and our Sunday lunch.
I know, it's been going really well. And our kitchen is an absolute mess because we rehearse quite a lot before Posh Pop. So before our Sunday lunches, so there's speakers on the table, my guitar is down here, there's music stand, because I'm going to be playing a classic on guitar with Robert tomorrow. I am so excited. We've rehearsed every day. How would you say it's sounding?
It's sounding, it rocks is the first thing. The point is, with these classic rock songs, we love them. And the main thing is to get into the feel of them. And there's a few notes, Robert Fripp doing a Jimmy Page guitar solo ain't the one to go and see. So a few notes drop off the side. But first of all, it's great fun. It's getting in the groove, and it's profoundly respectful of classic music.
Oh yeah, we absolutely adore the music that we do. And I've only been playing guitar for just under 2 months. And tomorrow's really rocks. So I'll see you soon, baby.
All right, sweetie, I'll tune up.
The reason I've had to learn guitar so fast is I've got the female lead in a movie called Tribute Act, which was supposed to be filming in Portugal in March, but obviously is going to just be moved back because of what we are all going through. The character is one of the best characters I have ever had to study for. I have to play guitar. I have to be... Let's say it takes me back to the punk era, but this is someone, the character never left that kind of mad rock behaviour, and she has to prove to the world that she is alive. But it also means I have to learn guitar really quickly, because at the end of the film there is a stadium show. It's been so exciting, so exciting. And also, what is exciting is after this first song, I have an announcement for you that makes me so happy. I think it will make you happy as well. This first song is a clue. It's Insects off The Blue Meaning, and this was filmed and recorded at the Rainbow Theatre in 1981 with the band that went on to make Anthem with me. It's Joel Bogan on guitar, Phil Spalding on bass, Nigel Glocker on drums, Adrian Lee on keyboards. Enjoy Insects! It's about things that bite and go grope in the night. It's called Insects. The street, squeeze watch the neons back to life. Go to the city where your children have lived. That was Insects, filmed and recorded in 1981 in what now is a slightly legendary performance at the Rainbow Theatre in Finsbury Park, London. So I said before that song there was a big announcement, and here goes. Get ready, Toyah fans, because this is quite a bit of info that I am going to read to you now for accuracy. The Blue Meaning. The Blue Meaning is reissued by Cherry Red Records on the 28th of May. It was supposed to be a month earlier, but everyone's having problems getting vinyl into the UK, so the 28th of May is guaranteed. This album reached #1 in the UK Independent Album Chart and entered the main UK Top 40 album chart in June 1980. Yeah! It is a 2 CD plus DVD set, includes 27 remastered bonus tracks, including single mixes, live tracks, rarities, and unheard demos compiled by Craig Astley, remastered from the original master tapes and overseen by Joel Bogan, one of my co-writers and guitarist in the original Toyah band. Amongst the 20 previously unreleased tracks are the final recordings made by the Blue Meaning Band, including Silence Won't Do, as seen being recorded on the 1980 ITV documentary Toyah. It's taken 40 years for this to be heard. I am so grateful. There's also 3 live tracks recorded at the ICA in London, plus the very first recorded version of Angels and Demons. The full track list and a preview of Silence Won't Do can be found at www.toyahwillcox.com. Remember 2 L's in Willcox. There's a fully illustrated 24-page booklet containing brand new introduction by myself, plus a sleeve note by Craig Astley, which will be so in-depth. It'll be like a brilliant university essay. There's input from Joel Bogan and myself, plus rare and unseen imagery taken at Wykehurst Place, the Gothic mansion in Sussex, where the front cover photography was done. The vinyl is pressed on limited edition neon pink vinyl in honour of my hair for the LP black back sleeve. The DVD includes a full-length interview with myself, an archive BBC TV performance of Mummies, plus 3 acoustic songs from a new session with Chris Wong. Here is a sneak preview. I'm so excited!
Vapors into icy skies, crystals form in the grey buildings, mascara eyes, glossy, rebellious eyes, diverse little things, their naked blue meanings, mascara eyes, glossy, rebellious eyes, turning down house.
This release can be pre-ordered now exclusively at the Cherry Red website. I am just so excited. This is a very dark album. It has a maturity about it. Sheep Farming in Barnet had the innocence of being our first album. And Blue Meaning, we'd been touring endlessly. We were very aware and very knowledgeable of our audience, but also music at that time, especially the punk genre, was moving into a very, very dark area that was almost gothic. And I think that reflects in this Blue Meaning album. It was a growing up album for me. I was making Quadrophenia. I'd already done Jubilee. I was moving into The Tempest. There was so much going on. I was being followed by a documentary team who made the most stunning documentary for ITV called Toyah, and it was a breathtaking time, but also being very much part of the punk movement still, I find some of the material on this album is particularly aggressive and provocative. It's not something I would record now. And there's a very brilliant question from Douglas McClaris Jones. Your all-time favourite song is Love Me off Blue Meaning, and I don't perform it live anymore, and what are the lyrics about? Well, this was purely about my inability to have close relationships. I was very physically shy. I had no trust in relationships at this time. I had the most wonderful boyfriend at this time who really was an absolute saint, with someone like me who was just absolutely crazy woman. He was called Jem, and he's a great friend. He's always remained a great friend. And Jem just understood me and treated me with kid gloves, and we were working so hard. But I was also very provocative in how I wrote and how I was on stage. And I think Love Me kind of sums up the craziness of what I was at that time, and many of us were like this. It was a time of exploration. So I think Love Me is a very, very brilliant lyric, but you cannot take it out of context of the time, because it's about physical abuse within a relationship. So I'm going to read it you. Standing alone on a treacherous landscape, a desolate city screams sublime obscenities at me. This refers to being spat at and being physically touched on stage. You won't love me. If you won't pursue me through the streets, please abuse me, throw my body to the floor. I don't want to be alone anymore. It's about accepting physical abuse as part of a loving relationship. Deep, dark, empty corridors, swimming prisons full of light in the city. Is the city alive tonight? Or am I alone, as always is, in the night? If you won't love me, if you won't pursue me through your streets, please abuse me. Now, of course, I was singing this while being handled by the audience, which was acceptable back then. I was not comfortable with it. I didn't have security at this point, but it was what females were up against, and part of my acceptance of it was bravado. It was just bravado. I am not scared of you. I am not scared of your hands on me. I was so undeveloped when it came to physical, intimate relationships. Jem was my first big boyfriend. And it was kind of, here I was on stage, trying to build this rock career, trying to build my audience, and not actually wanting to put a barrier up between me and the audience. So I was being touched. Every part of me was being touched. So this song, Love Me, was very, very provocative. And you asked Douglas, can I do this today? I don't think I can perform this on stage again today, because if the performance was played on YouTube, it's out of context with why it was created. And I just don't think it would be right. And you have picked up on the fact that musically it's a brilliant song. Lyrically, it is a brilliant song, but I cannot open those doors to what women have been through in the past and in present day, that anything that makes abuse acceptable or using abuse as a form of replacement for love, I'm not sure is quite right. And thank you for the question. I'm going to keep thinking about this, because there's a lot on Blue Meaning that crosses boundaries. She crosses boundaries. It's a big song. It's a big song. Blue Meaning, big song. And there might be a way I have to learn to address this as the artist I was 40 years ago, to just see, how can I bring this back to the stage? I'm not someone that likes to offend people, and I'm not someone that likes to forget that people suffer. So this is a big question, Douglas. Thank you very much. Andrew Langley, your question really brings me a trip down memory lane. I think it was about 1997 when I got caught for This Is Your Life. And Andrew, you say it's been 25 years since this moment. What are your memories of being surprised like that? It was a beautiful day. I was on the film Julie and the Cadillacs, and we were filming on the South Bank near Westminster Bridge in an office building, and I was playing a record company executive, and this office building was empty, so we kind of had the run of it when we were not actually on set. I remember looking out the window on a day where so much had been conspired to stop me looking out and to stop me knowing where Robert was in the world. I looked out of the window on this 1 second that the whole team took their eyes off me, and I saw Michael Aspel doing a piece to camera outside. I thought, oh look everybody, there's Michael Aspel. Well, on this day, they got the team, the This Is Your Life team, got Robert to phone me and pretend he was in Germany. So I thought, oh, Robert's in Germany today, how lovely. And everyone was just pulling the wool over my eyes. And I had a very close friend called Danielle, who all week was saying to me, Toyah, I think you should just carry an evening dress with you this week because we're going to have a big dinner party and we don't know which day it's on. So carry an evening dress with you. And I think, Danielle, I'm on a movie. I can't carry an evening dress with me and I can't guarantee I can make your dinner. So we were on set. It was the end of the day. It was about 6 in the evening. We were doing the last shot and I thought, this setup is not going to edit into the film. It's like nothing we've done in the whole of the day. And all these new cameramen started to appear in the room. And I thought, oh, Michael Aspel, oh my goodness, they're going to get the director. So I kind of was in on it, but I thought it was for someone else. And then as we did this scene, Michael Aspel walked up to me and said, Toyah, this is your life. And I've got the book. The team were brilliant. It was a long, long day. It was so long. We were filming all day from about 7 in the morning. And when they got me at 6, I was then driven to Twickenham Studios, where we didn't film this until about 10 at night. And I wasn't allowed to see anyone. And I knew my parents were in the building. There's my mum and dad. Oh my God, I could cry. They were so proud. They were so proud. And even though I do have a pretty fractious, or did have a pretty fractious relationship with my mum, I was so happy on this day for her because it meant everything. Leslie Ash was there, Ron Moody was there, Wayne Sleep was there. It was a beautiful day. And really late at night, it was about midnight, the whole team threw a party for all of us and the guests. It was the loveliest party I've ever had, and the generosity of the team was incredible. So thank you very much, Andrew, for that trip down memory lane. I treasure that book. It's got very, very positive and happy memories for me, obviously. We now have a brand new recording with the Toyah Band of Ghosts, recorded in lockdown. We were all remote, but it's a beautiful performance. Please enjoy this very brilliant song of Blue Meaning called Ghosts.
We both that I choose one, walk into the room as ghosts. Solemn serenity, stone cast face, place that face in the middle of the floor. Touching the floor, no room, both past disgrace. We
That was the Toyah Band with Ghosts. A big thank you to the Toyah Band. Chris Wong on guitar, Mike Nichols on bass, Sandy Doble on keyboards, John Humphrey on drums. And we cannot wait to be out there and gigging for you again. It's been a year since we faced each other in the physical, face to face. So that version of Ghosts was recorded in lockdown remotely, and thank you, boys. We have had a lot of questions about one of the key songs on Blue Meaning, which is IER. My memory of IER is it actually started as an improvisation in the rehearsal room that we ended up doing as a prolonged encore because we would play for so long on stage. We were so popular as a punk band in the late 70s that we ran out of music, and our encores sometimes lasted as long as the actual concert, and the audience would still be screaming for more. And we found that with IER, which was a really enjoyable sound check improvisation, that we could extend it and still hold the attention of the audience. So it started as an improvisation that was first performed in front of a live audience, I believe in Bath. And we did about a 25-minute version of it because Pete Bush, Joel Bogan and myself were able to communicate. We just had this incredible kind of psychic ability to communicate with each other, and we go, let's do this section, and a nod and a wink kind of led us to the next section, and the audience went bonkers for it. It was one of those songs in our set that could just drive the audience wild. And then when we got to Battle in Hastings to record the whole of the Blue Meaning album, we then kind of arranged it and formed it for the recorded version. And it, ironically, even though we'd performed it live many times, it was really hard to put the vocal down. Things kept happening. The tape machines kept breaking. The mic stopped working. We had so many technical issues recording this song. It took a week to get the vocal down. And I didn't find it easy to commit to the lyric on this. And Tracy Barnett, you ask, what is it about? Well, it's about mankind meeting a higher intelligence, and it's them having a face-off. It's the shiny beast, which is a man dressed for battle, meeting the higher intelligence that put us here. It's as simple as that. And IER itself, Rick Brelis, you asked, what does IER mean? And it simply is, I'm using syllables as a way of expression, because back then, 40 years ago, I used my voice very much as an improvisational instrument. So IER is the energy of those syllables give sound and meaning. And I think if ever we meet a higher intelligence, all that we will sound like to them is an expression of syllables, and our emotions will be part of the meaning of what we're trying to say in how they perceive who and what we are. So IER is like a battle cry. Meet me, the beast, the shiny beast, the beast of the jungle, the beast of the street. And I kind of put us back in Darwin's interpretation of us, that we came from an animal nature and we evolved. I don't believe that personally. I think a meteorite planted us on this planet many thousands of years ago, and we have been evolving through meteorite dust ever since. Because let's face it, everything about us, the planet, everything has come from space dust. It's as simple as that. We are far more cosmic than we would ever allow ourselves to believe. So thank you so much for that question. Frank Denter, you say you believe I'm the first musician ever to sing about the Necronomicon. The Necronomicon is a book of the dead, and when you're young, you do think about your mortality a lot. And I was 23 when this album was written. And death was a fascinating thing for me. Now it's you just live with it hand in hand when you're 62, and especially in a year like this. But I think young people romanticize and have terror about death, and I certainly did. And the Necronomicon was this black, mysterious book that I would never touch again. I would never go back there. But it's, the fascination that we do not live forever in these particular bodies. These bodies are a vehicle, really fascinated me back then. It doesn't so much now. I just want to use the time I have left now positively. So thank you very much for that question. Was I the first to sing about the Necronomicon? I have no idea, but it was right for me at the time. So everyone, I'm so happy that The Blue Meaning is coming out. It is quite a stunning album. It's an album that influenced many. It charted. It was groundbreaking at the time and very much moving into the goth movement, even at a time when the goth movement wasn't quite known for existing. So this is a groundbreaking album, and we decided to go out today with Toyah, being performed by the Toyah Band at the Islington O2. Everyone, stay safe. See you tonight for Agony Aunts and tomorrow for Sunday lunch. And I'm thinking of you, and thank you so much for letting me bring you this broadcast and for lending me your ears. Lots of love from Toyah. Let's do it.